It's just more of the fact that you're a hypocrite. And I was just like, oh my God, you're making me look bad with the stuff that you do. When you said I was like weaponizing private information, I'm like, did you not read my DMs to you about Moses and my, hitting Moses and all that stuff? Like the stuff that I didn't want public and you made that public. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, it's the same thing. So
Hitting Moses? I didn't make that public.
Yes, you did when you were reading the DMs and you're like, oh, can I go here? And I didn't know what you were doing. And we're like, no, don't
Oh, I
talk
didn't
about
say
it.
anything though.
No, you totally did. You read the DMs, everything.
Let's go back a bit.
Anyways,
Your dog is
Let's
dead.
get into this opening section of Frenemies. We're going to get into them discussing their prior disagreements and argument and how, through their perspective, they're talking about two different things. It gets really confusing, but we are going to slow everything down and dissect what is going on here. Because if you listen to the way it is retold, it sounds completely different than what we saw and heard with our very own eyes and ears.
That, like, you were calling me out on stuff that you do. Like, that was the only thing. I was just like, wait, is this like, I didn't know if you were joking. I was like, oh no, like he's not joking. And then you do the thing that I hate, which is fine. Like here's the thing also, like, I wasn't mad that you like called me crazy. Everyone's like, oh my God, Trisha, like whatever. It's just more of the fact that you're a hypocrite. And I was just like, oh my God, you're making me look bad with the stuff that you do. When you said I was like weaponizing private information, I'm like, did you not read my DMs to you about Moses and my, hitting Moses and all that stuff? Like the stuff that I didn't want public and you made that public. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, it's the same thing. So
Hitting Moses? I didn't make that public.
Yes, you did.
The situation with Moses. So now she's talking about not episode 5, but the first episode. So let's just play that back because she says something interesting. It gets really confusing, but we are going to follow everything that Trisha says and everything that Ethan says and see how it's not matching up.
Young girls that are like 22. That's what I said. Yeah, pull it out because I even showed him. Inappropriate age for him.
He said he broke up with you because you started like punching him.
So,
Hitting Moses? I didn't make that public.
Yes, you did.
He said, hitting Moses? I didn't make that public. And she says, yes. Okay, well, Trisha says, Ethan, you made it public. And Ethan says, no, I did not make that public.
When you were reading the DMs and you're like, oh, can I go here? And I didn't know what you were doing. And we're like, no, don't
Oh, I
talk
didn't
about
say
it.
anything though.
No, you totally did. You read the DMs, everything.
Did you guys hear all of that? I'm telling you, she talks so fast, but what she's saying isn't right.
Let's go back a bit.
Anyways, what do you want to go
So anyway, I watched the episode back and I was, I watched the episode back because I was like, gee, what happened? I watched the whole thing back. And I do think that I was, giving you a hard time a lot. So I can definitely understand why.
You see, Ethan, even at this point, he doesn't know why Trisha was angry at him. He is thinking she's angry because he gave her a hard time. Because during that episode, he was needling at her and they were needling each other before the pill conversation came up. So he's thinking, oh yeah, that's why she was mad. Because I was giving her a hard time. And that wasn't it. She wasn't mad at that point. And so it's just how people get into disagreements and arguments, and sometimes you offend somebody, you make somebody mad, and then you don't know why you did it. And even Ethan watching it back, he's still confused onto why she got upset.
That wasn't my issue. Like, I can take someone being like honestly, I think it's funny. Like, when people like call me that shit, it's funny.
She thinks it's funny when people make fun of her. Like, Trisha is not afraid at being the butt of a joke. She makes people jokes and she is a joke. She likes it. That doesn't bother her. So now she's saying, which I believe, but then, she might turn around and start saying, no, it bothers me to be a butt of a joke. No, she plays into it all the time. What made her upset was that, especially the first episode where Ethan pulled out all these DMs and things, she was thinking, okay, let's go. That's how we're going to play. I am ready. And so when she's giving the same treatment back to Ethan, she was just surprised that Ethan was so offended by it. That's why she was upset.
But my issue was when you were like...
So the issue that really upset you is when I said you weaponized personal info?
Because that's a bullshit thing that every guy does to me. Like fucking David too, the minute I made a video about how uncomfortable I was with the Tana situation, they like literally said, break up with Trish, never talk to her again. Like, I was exiled. I was like,
I'm not listening to her and David and their whole history and Jason, because everything she's saying now, I would have to check and double verify that's what really happened, because sometimes she says things happen and then you look at it and you can take a totally different perspective. So take this with a grain of salt. Let's stick to you and Ethan. Who cares about David?
Oh, so the minute I say anything back to someone, all of a sudden I'm the bitch. I'm the fucking cunt for doing that shit. It was so annoying because that very first episode, watch it back, I had to explain. You're like, yeah, you hit Moses and these DMs say it.
Yeah, you hit Moses and these DMs say it. Let's look at the tape.
We weren't dating, and like in his defense, like we weren't dating, but then also
he said he broke up with you because you started like punching him.
He did not have any DMs saying that you hit Moses. He was just telling you that's what Moses told him. That's why he broke up with you. Moses said that told Ethan that's why he broke up with you. He didn't pull out DMs for that. No, his phone was gone.
And that he fucks
Didn't I
underage
ask you
fans.
if I could read them?
No, you said, how far can I go? And I was like, I don't know, let me hear it. And then when she said it, we're like, okay, don't put this out there. And then
You said, how far can I go? And I said, I don't know. Let me hear it. This is about now Moses flirting with the underage girls. Again, let's go back to the tapes.
You know, he's spoken about you very nicely always. Even when you guys had a fight and he's like, I don't know how much I can say of what he told me without pissing you off.
tell me.
I can say it?
All of it.
Okay,
I
good.
give you permission.
Now tell me, where did she say, no, let me hear first? That's not what happened. And that's why it's confusing Ethan, because she's jumbling all the stories up. The hitting Moses and the underage, and she's saying DMs, and she's giving the impression she told Ethan, no, don't read it, or let me see what you're reading. And no, that's not what happened.
Tell me.
I can say it?
All of it.
Okay, good.
I give you permission.
Well, he just said that. Well, first of all, you were accusing him of like flirting with minors. Do you take that back?
No, that's, oh my God.
Okay, can I
that's
just
how you need to
explain
clarify.
everything?
No,
Hold on, you stop. Let me explain what happened.
Oh my
Because the
God,
people
that's
deserve to
not
know.
it. Oh my God.
First, you guys were dating, and then you started sending me all these crazy DMs with screenshot being like, your brother-in-law's fucking crazy, and he's sick, and he's fucking minors. And I was like, all right.
I didn't.
And I was like, I'll pull out my phone and read the DMs.
I did not say minors. I can pull out my
You
phone
said
and read the DMs.
underage.
No, I didn't.
You want me to get my phone?
Inappropriate age. Very young girls that are like 22. That's what I said. Yeah, pull it out because I even showed him inappropriate age for him. He's like, they
That's
were like
not
22.
what you were saying. You were saying under 18.
I didn't say under 18. There's no way I said that. There is no way.
Hang on.
Anyways, do we really have to like go? This is so embarrassing.
Look, the people deserve to know. Okay, you ready?
That's not. This is so triggering.
Ready?
I never said underage. I know I didn't.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Here we go. Dude, I know we don't talk, but
Ethan said one thing, Trisha said another, and Ethan says, I'm going to pull out my DMs. Trisha said, I'm going to pull out my phone. Trisha didn't pull out her phone. She just kept on looking at Ethan. Ethan started reading, and Trisha sat there, and she was saying, no, as in she didn't say what Ethan said she did say. And so at that point, they were arguing over, did Trisha say underage or not? And so that was it. But Trisha only said no, but her no was in, no, I didn't say that. Her no wasn't, no, don't read the DMs. But she's telling us now that her no at that point meant no, not to read the DMs. No, her no was, no, I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. She didn't say, no, don't read the DMs. No, don't read the DMs. That's not what happened. She was saying that Ethan is lying about the DMs, and no, that's not what happened. No, that's how she was using her no. So it's so disingenuous for her now saying her no was at the point of not to read the DMs. The hitting wasn't brought up at this point, and it had nothing to do with DMs. Ethan didn't read any DMs about hitting. If that's what she's mad at, stick to that point. Said, well, I didn't like Ethan when you told everybody in frenemy land that Moses broke up with me because I hit him. I didn't like that you exposed me. And I felt that that was pushing my boundaries, and you overstepped your boundaries by even bringing that up. But fine, you did it. That's what happened. So to me, that's fair game. And because you brought up my abusive history, I'm going to bring up whatever I want about you. Say that. But don't say, Trisha, that you told him, no, 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 no. Because you didn't. Ethan just slipped that out there.
Well, fuck it. Like, you already did. And it's fine if that's how we're going to be. Like, but then the minute I say something, it's like, oh, you went too far. It's like, what are you talking about?
I didn't say you went too far. I was just noticing that it's something you do.
Well, then you weaponize too. Like, that was what I was so annoyed with. I was like, don't make me look like a bad guy for using this information or whatever when you've done it too.
If you were to look like a bad guy, it's not even that you mentioned pills in regards to Ethan. It's that you admitted to hitting Moses so hard that it left bruises. That would make you look like a bad guy. Talking about pills is not really going to be that big of a thing. Even with Ethan's reaction, that's not making you the bad guy. It's what you did to Moses.
You use stuff that Moses told you guys in private. I was shocked. Watch that first episode back. I looked at Moses. I was like, oh my God, you told them this? Like, this is crazy.
Exactly. I believe that she was in shock. And listen, she just said right there, didn't I tell you guys? I knew it. She did not know. She did not know Moses told Ethan. She was caught off guard. That's why she gave Moses that look. And she said, you told them that's why I broke up with you? She had no idea. And again, she likes to get off ahead of a story. So if she had known, if Moses said, hey, Trish, by the way, before you get on that podcast, I told Ethan what you did to me, she would have been prepared. She would have had her story already. She would have, sprinkled her story here and there. She would have been more prepared than what happened that first episode, but she had no idea. So that's why she had to put everything out there, because Moses didn't tell her. They couldn't get stories straight. She couldn't spin a web. So she just had to think on her feet and put everything out there, out in the open, so that Ethan didn't have anything over her.
I went like this.
Okay.
And he's frail. But I didn't
He
punch
is
him.
frail.
It wasn't. Okay, if you want to, fine. If you're leaving this in, I'm going to have to say the full fucking story. Because what happened is we were like upstairs.
She did not expect that. And Ethan didn't know for sure. Ethan, again, just said, well, that's what Moses told me. At that point, she could have denied that she hit Moses. But I think, too, she knew at this point that Moses did take pictures of his bruises. And at that point, she didn't know if Ethan knew that. And Ethan didn't know that there was a picture of bruises. He didn't know that part of it because he didn't even bring any of that stuff up. He didn't bring up bruises. Trisha brought it up.
He had bruises.
Because she thought that, if Moses told Ethan that I hit him, he might have showed him the pictures with the bruises. So let me just put that out there. But Ethan didn't even mention anything about bruising.
Which is why I had to explain myself. But you bringing that up and making it public knowledge when it wasn't, it was the same exact thing.
Wait, about Moses being with minors or not being
but
with
that
flirting?
too, and then...
See? That's why he's getting confused. So now Ethan is bringing up, wait. Hold up. You mean Moses being with minors? You're saying you're mad I brought that up and made it public? And she's like, yeah, that too. Oh, my goodness.
With minors or not being
but
with
that
flirting?
too, and
Wasn't
then...
that public? That was an Instagram post.
No, I never said that.
Someone posted the DMs on Instagram.
Okay, my DMs to you.
See? Ethan is now saying, okay, now we're going back to the underage comment that Trisha texted to Ethan. Ethan says, I didn't make that public on my FRENEMIES podcast. That was on some Instagram account. So if you're upset that it's being made public, if that's what you're upset about, Ethan is saying it was already public. I didn't make it public. That's why I thought it was on the table, because it was out there already. And then you hear what she said now. Well, my DMs to you. So it's like she's conceding, yeah, I don't know how, but her DMs to Ethan was made public. She's conceding to that part. She was like, yeah, my DMs to you. Okay, now what is she going to say?
But then also this part of like bruising his arm, which I had to clarify that you made it seem like I was like this physical set. You talked about it.
You see that? The bruising on the arm. You made me seem like some physical... Ethan did not say anything about bruising of the arm. And she's like, you brought up the bruising on the arm, so I had to clarify. Ethan didn't bring that up. You brought up the bruising.
He had bruises.
Ethan said you hit him. You brought up the bruising. Ethan did not bring up the bruising.
And that's how this other account started posting it all.
That's why Ethan had to say, I didn't bring up the bruising. Trisha, you brought up the bruising, and then now some whatever account, I don't know what they're talking about, I don't even want to look into this, but some other account released the pictures of the bruising. Because now she's blaming Ethan. You brought up the bruising. Ethan didn't bring up the bruising. You brought up the bruising. Even if she said now, Ethan, I'm upset, or you crossed the boundaries when you said that Moses told you that he broke up with me because I hit him. I'm mad at you for that. For me bruising Moses and Moses taking a picture of it and Moses releasing the pictures to somebody who ended up putting it on some Instagram account. Yeah, I'm mad at you for that. For making it public.
And we both were like, what the fuck? Rewatch the episode. We both were like, what? Don't mention this. Stop talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
And so you made...
We watched the episode. We mentioned, don't bring this up. Don't talk about this. Okay, let's go back to the tapes.
Because we weren't dating, and like in his defense, like we weren't dating, but then also
he said he broke up with you because you started like punching him.
He's shaking his head no.
Oh, okay. You said I could say everything.
I did not punch him. You said that's why you broke up with me because I punched you. I went like this.
Okay.
And he's frail. But I didn't punch him.
Frail.
It wasn't. Okay, if you want to, fine. If you're leaving this in, I'm gonna have to say the full fucking story because what happened is we were like upstairs and I took his phone. I saw like other DMs to girls. He like. So we both were like, what? Don't mention this. Stop talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
And so you made.
Ethan's reaction right now with that looking at his nails. Yo, Ethan, you're killing me right now.
So I was like, oh, so I mentioned something you tell me in private, but you can mention anything I say in private, anything I do in private. I DM'd you privately, not to be shared publicly, and you shared them.
Didn't you just say this?
That too, and
Wasn't that public? That was an Instagram post.
No, I never said that.
Someone posted the DMs on Instagram.
Okay, my DMs to you.
And didn't you just say this over here on the last podcast? Didn't you just let this slip? Remember when I said I was going to circle back to this?
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Well, you did accuse him of fucking kind of flirting with underage girls.
No, that wasn't it. That was not.
Well, that was kind of fucked up.
No,
You're like, oh, I had a fight. I'm going to accuse him of being with underage girls.
First, I'm not accusing him of everything. The DMs were out there. They were publicly put out there.
Yeah,
all the DMs.
They were posted by your alt account and it had like 3 likes.
We know that wasn't
It literally
me.
had
It's been
3
confirmed.
likes. Okay, but anyway, not confirmed by me. I'm just saying it's.
This is when I realized she even admitted it last podcast. Those were already out there.